Please welcome Chittenden.
I can handle that. That's good. That's good. I like that. It's already a better start to my night than my day. Show day. I had dinner at my parents' house because I live there. 27, still live with my parents. Yeah, I'm not gonna live with them forever, just till they die. It's taken a while. It's too old, I know it. 27, I read somewhere that 27 is too old to still live with your parents. It was on a note in my room. So it might be time, I think. It's weird. It's weird to get to know your parents that long. I don't know if you ever get to know your parents that long, but the relationship has changed. When you're born, you think they're brilliant. Then you grow up, and you're like, oh, they're just people. Then you hit your 20s, and you're like, oh, they're people with learning disabilities. Just hits you one day, Dad can't read. He can't read. He just holds the paper at breakfast so we won't talk to him. You're like, that's where we're at. I don't even know why you ever thought your parents were bright. There's all these signs that were, you know, like, my dad can't get a Christmas tree into a Christmas tree stand. I didn't expect to be raised by scientists, but Christmas at my house starts when my dad calls a tree a cocksucker. That's, you know, or when he asks the Christmas lights what the fuck their problem is. These are what I've been raised to know. I live out of town, so I had to drive in, and I don't like that. That doesn't do it for me. I don't know what happens in traffic. It's everybody. You could be the nicest person in the world at home. You get into a traffic jam, you're a fucking psycho. What happens? I don't like to get angry. It doesn't work for me because I'm dressed mostly in Gap Kids and people get confused. But you can't help it in traffic. The nicest person in the world, you know? I'm nice in the morning, I get up, it's a new day, I read the paper, and I'm like, oh, somebody got hurt, that's sad. Or I'll watch the news for a few minutes, and I'm like, oh, he passed away, that's sad. 10 minutes later, I'm in traffic, and I think, I would kill every one of you fuckers right now. Just to move an inch, that's what traffic does to you. Have you ever seen that sign that says, hit a road worker, $5,000 fine, and thought, I can afford that? Let's just get things moving. And then even once you get moving, it doesn't get any better. There's so many bad drivers out there that you don't just pass people. You have to look them in the face first to see who could be doing such a terrible job of driving in a straight line. You have to make sure a baby or a dog didn't knock a car into drive and away it went. That's how bad these people are doing. And when you see it's just a regular person, you look and go, and drive on. What happened? There's so many bad drivers in here, and you know you're a bad driver because you do things. Like if you're driving and you've got a passenger, don't put them in charge of any part of the car. My girlfriend, when we're driving, if she needs to make a lane change or a left turn, she will look at me and say, can I go? Okay, yeah, whatever you feel like. And she was like, no, I can't see over there. Can I go? I was like, what do you do when I'm not here? I take a chance. Take a chance? Don't. Awful. Don't. If you can't drive, stay home. I hate everything about it. The other thing that happens is I'm the guy that in a traffic jam gets stuck behind the school bus full of kids. I hate kids. My girlfriend wants me to have kids. My parents can't afford it right now, so we're not gonna do it. I don't like them. I don't, I'm sorry. Because the only kids I see are those kids that are in front of you in the school bus. And they're going somewhere good, and you're just trying to go to work, and they're messing with you. You're like, what do you want? Stop making faces at me. This is gonna be you one day. On your way to your shitty job. You might not be drunk, good for you. And then here's what happened. Instead of making a face, this one kid blew me a kiss. I was like, well, I'm going to jail. Because there's this weird paranoia now with kids. There's something wrong with kids. They're all way too sexual, and they're all allergic to peanuts. What do you do with a generation of kids that can put dicks in their mouth but not an O. Henry? What are you supposed to do? How do you raise a kid like that? What do you do? I don't know. I don't want kids. I hate kids. Everything about kids. Oh man. You know what though? I don't have nieces or nephews or little brothers. So the only kids I see are those kids that are trying to sell you stuff when you're trying to go into the bank. And they're out front dressed like a demented sailor or something. And you're going into the bank so they don't believe you when you say you don't have any money on you. And they're never selling for anything good. One kid asked me if I wanted to buy a chocolate bar for the Diabetes Association. I was like, are you fundraising or recruiting members? What is your... And then some people won't even tell you what charity it's for. One kid in front of Future Shop once said, we're raising money, just an organization that raises money to help get kids off the street. I was like, then why don't you just go the fuck home? Oh, I don't mean to be angry at you people if you've done something good with your life. I don't want to... Some of you are married. That's good for you people, too. I'm not into that. That's not my thing. But people in this room have been married 20, 30 plus years, and that's impressive. Someone in here has been married over 30 years, and that means something to me. I'm not cold-hearted. That's when marriage used to mean something. This person probably got livestock at their wedding. This is the kind of... But now it doesn't seem like it means anything to get married anymore. You just look at somebody and say, yeah, I guess I'll spend the rest of my life with you. Bet you half my stuff. Not gonna bet you all my stuff. You're not that special. Doesn't mean anything. I have friends that they're together 10 years, and then they get married, and 10 months later, done. What kind of contract is that you can get out of that soon? I've been stuck with my cell phone company for 3 years now. People are waking up next to their soulmate after a year and saying, oh, that's it, get out. I'm on the phone with Roger saying, yeah, I guess we could work things out. I just wish you wouldn't be so mean to me all the time. I just wish you wouldn't talk to me like that. Makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't know. I should get into it, I guess. There's other ways to know you're committed. I recently passed the test, you know, the one where they ask you if you'd want another girl in there with you. And I said no, so I'm still alive. You have to gauge that. When the girlfriend tries to trick you into bringing another girl in, you've got to gauge it based on where you're at. Because there is a time when eventually your wife will agree to bring another woman into your lovemaking, but it's more because she wants the night off, I think. But at this point, you got to say no. Another girl, just you. That's all I want. Even if you don't mean it, just say it. Whatever you got to say. Because if you agree to the 2 girls, 1 guy, I'm kind of thinking you might also be agreeing to entertaining the idea later on of 1 girl, 2 guys. And that doesn't seem like fun to me. And I'm not homophobic, just 2 guys with 1 girl seems inconvenient. It'd be like working out at a crowded gym. Someone would always be on the equipment that you wanted to use. We've been there. You've been standing there going, oh my God, he's on this thing again. Oh my God, please, whenever you just finish your reps and get off. Wipe it down this time or I'm reporting you. It's as dirty as it's gonna get. That's it. Bringing it back. I'm not taking it any dirtier than that. We're not going anywhere. Oh, man. I'm glad you guys stuck with me on that one. Some people get worried when I say that. They're like, oh, hope he's not homophobic. I'm not. Wish I was. Because I'm passive. I'm afraid that combination's gonna end in gay sex. I don't know how else I see it happening. I am so afraid that it's... Because, I'm afraid of it. I'm passive, I'm polite. I'm like 5'5", so if you're over 5'8" and want to be my boyfriend, okay, do you know what I mean? I never felt like I had a lot of say in the matter. And I meet a lot of gay guys working in the entertainment industry, and gay guys are attracted to me. I don't know what it is. Could be a lot of things. Could just be my muffin ass, but they love me. And I won't just shoot them down. That seems homophobic to me. So I try and say no. And what I say is, not tonight. It's not you. You're scrumptious. You gotta say something. And then I start into the excuses. And they're all terrible excuses. I'm like, it's late. Gotta get up early tomorrow. I had a pretty big dinner. I don't think I could fit anything else inside me right now. You gotta say something. You have to say... I don't know if you've ever bargained for your own ass. It's intense. You'll say whatever. They'll try and convert you. They're like Mormons of the cock. I don't know how else to put it. They don't care. They will, yeah. And so you guys reacted. This guy did not. He just started cutting me deals. He's like, well, I don't expect you to go down on me, because you're not gay. But I go down on you. That's not gay. Would the lights be on? That's all I said. I should have just said no. Just say no. Why didn't I? I should have just said no. But I don't stop anything bad that's ever happened to me ever. I'm the kind of guy that watches himself get a bad haircut from start to finish. You ever watch it happen? You don't say anything. You just sit there and go, oh, that's not gonna look good. That's gonna dry even shorter. And you're like, oh, I wish I could do something. But I'm all the way under this cape right now. Wish I had arms. Sit there under that cape. And that cape weighs an ounce, but it breaks your spirit so bad that you get one little piece of hair on your nose and you just sit there and go, oh, fuck. I hate being this age. People think this is the age to be 27. Lies. I can't wait to get old. They have more fun than anybody else alive today. They do whatever they want. They waste your time because they can. Old people don't have to move that slow. They choose to move that slow. They have a great time. Oh my God. They love casinos. This is how I know. I was doing a show at a casino. I checked in, and in the Lost and Found, full of canes. Canes! Forgotten by people that forgot that they didn't know how to walk. That's how much fun these old people were having. They were wandering away from their canes and then falling down when they got outside or something. That's my only explanation. They were having such a good time that they were... Or I think maybe the casino was stealing the canes to keep the old people hostage. That could have been it too. Maybe an old person at a slot machine's like, I'd like to go now. I guess I'll just stay. Old people, they love them. Slot machines. I can't get into slot machines. And I'm from a town with a casino. It's a boring town. It's called Brantford, Ontario. Yep, kind of place where you take a laxative, just have something to do all day. That's that kind of town. They gave us a casino, though. I don't know why, and it's all just full of slot machines. And I don't get... You don't take your logic into the casino when you go. All these people sitting at slot machines. It's a metal box with your money in it, and you're trying to get it out with more money. You think, I got $200 of my money in here. How am I gonna get this out? $200 more. That ought to do it. That logic doesn't fly anywhere else. If you dropped your keys down the sewer, you wouldn't throw your spare keys in after them. And then look at your friend and go, can I borrow your keys for a sec? I will split whatever keys come out of here with you. Yeah. Most of you know that Wayne Gretzky, from Brantford, Ontario, there's a guy that thought, I'm gonna get so good at something that I can get the fuck out of this town. Yeah. Here's the more obscure one, Alexander Graham Bell, guy that invented the telephone, yep, from Brantford. A guy that thought, if I have to talk to one more idiot from Brantford, I'm gonna scream into this wire till somebody hears me. I don't care what it takes. Yep, it's that. And it's, yeah. We got that, and we got old people. That's all we got. I still want to get old, though. People say, here's the thing that really set it up for me. I have a theory now that you still get laid when you get old. They say you don't. But how else do you break a hip? Let's be serious. The hip is designed to walk. You could walk 5 kilometers a day for the rest of your life, and you would not break a hip. But you jam your leg behind your head on your 65th birthday, and it's gonna snap. That's, yeah. So I can't wait. I can't wait to get old. Part of it is, I got some questions I want answered. Things that happen when you get older. Like, why do you get up so early? What happens when you get older where you think, oh, I got nothing to do today. I better get started. If I'm gonna accomplish nothing today, better get at it. I don't know why that happens. And they know they're getting up too early. You know you're getting up too early when you take your first nap and it's still morning. That's how you know you're getting up too early. If it's 10:30 in the morning and you're like, I'm not gonna make it through the day if I don't get some shut-eye. You can't get up so early for nothing. You can't get up. No one in this room can get up earlier than their own grandfather. It's a rule, no exception. If I go to his house at 4 in the morning, he's up. Sitting at the kitchen table. In a suit. Finishing his lunch. That's how early this guy gets up. And he's got nowhere to be. He's just ready for it. I don't like that old people get up that early. You're not ready for them. And I live at home, so I have to help with a garage sale once a year. And you're not ready for old people at that time of the morning. I hate garage sales so much. But I live at home, and I gotta make sure none of my stuff gets sold. You know, they carry the bed out if I'm not sleeping on it. You know. But you're not ready for, that's the thing, you're not ready for the people who come to garage sales this early in the morning. Because you start at 7 in the morning, and some guy will get there at 10 to 7. One guy last year showed up at 10 to 7 because he was looking for the good stuff. He got there early because he was looking for the good stuff. So I walked him over to the living room window and said, look inside. That's the good stuff. We're keeping it. Still good. Why would I sell it to you? I don't. Yeah, and then you get these questions that you couldn't possibly answer. I had this lady pick something up once and say, excuse me, do you have any more like this? I'll check the stock room, but I think that's it. I don't think we're getting any more in. I could call the other garage sales and see if they have anything. But I think that's all the egg cups we've ever had. I don't think we're getting any more in. I felt kind of bad. I felt a little bad that at least she was trying to buy something. Because the next guy was trying to return something. You ever had anyone try to return something? This guy tried to bring back a blender once, and he was like, it doesn't work. And I said, yeah, that's why I sold it to you. It was $1. You weren't suspicious? What do you say to these people? They're so confused. The problem is, they're not looking for any one thing in particular. They just want to get a deal on anything. They're just there for a deal on something. And I always have to say, look, I can't give you a deal now, but if you come back on Thursday, all this shit will be on the curb for free. You just gotta get here before the truck does. There's your deal. But at 8 in the morning, I'm gonna try and make a little off this. You know, I'm trying to make a little. But this lady was she tried to talk me down from 50 cents to $0.25. I was like, lady, what's your budget? What did you bring with you today? And then I said, no. I took the thing from her hand, smashed it on the driveway, said, the look on your face worth way more than 25 cents. All right, guys, I'm Graham Chittenden. Thanks a lot. Have a great time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Graham